Hey guys, HD Squints back again for the first time with a video response to Alpha Omega Sin's video about Square Enix's new president coming in and evaluating the company and out with the good, in with the bad, raising the company back to the top of the mountain, on top of the mantle, where it was in the glory days of Squaresoft, and hopefully getting the company back on track. But that harps a lot of questions in my mind as far as Square Enix is concerned, and as far as the video game industry as a whole. With, I mean, if you can produce games such as Tomb Raider and be very successful in reviews, very successful in units sold, and just overall well received, and still not be happy with it, with your own product, is quite disturbing. Because if it's going to come to the point to where they think that what we think is good is bad, imagine what they think is good is. I mean, if that makes any sense. I mean, they think Tomb Raider was a failure. From any outsider standpoint, it's a success because it's a good game that's sold well, and it was well received. I mean, it's a good game. So if they think what they have, which is good, is bad, imagine what they think is good. I mean, that's the tip of the iceberg with them, and it trickles down from there of just the pure stupidity is the word as far as Square Enix is concerned, because you can't continuously shoot yourself in the head and expect to get back on track. You're going to die. You're eventually just going to die. And it's a real shame because Square Enix, for lack of a better term, is a legendary company in the video game industry. Going back to Squaresoft, they are, at a time could do no wrong. And it's a real shame to see how far they've fallen from grace. Even when they do good, we're talking about just how bad they are. I mean, it's unbelievable. And you just picture the round table for like Tomb Raider. In Square Enix, you have all the dev team or what have you praising the game. Reviews across the board are great. Sales are great. It's just awesome, well received. And then you got the CEOs and presidents over in the corner of the table, just like, no, it's not going to work. This Call of Duty sold 100 million units. We got 3. What is this? This ain't going to work. I'm cutting it. That's the last Tomb Raider. We're done. I mean, the idea that you want to compete with a Call of Duty based on sales from a Tomb Raider game, which your last Tomb Raider game was what and how long ago, while Call of Duty's racking out title after title after title with millions of fans, millions of fans, and then a couple years later you're expecting to jump back into the market with Tomb Raider and compete with those sales. I don't understand that. And I don't have business savvy, or I don't claim to be a businessman by any means, but that just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And then deem it a failure. It's really disheartening. I mean, to think that that's where we're going as terms as fans, buyers, consumers, that our voice is really going to become numb to the ears of developers and publishers. Well, not so much developers, but publishers, as far as what we want, because there's a little thing that usually what the customer wants is what's right. That's what sells. And if you're going to completely disregard that because you know what's best, it's just a real shame. And it's a real trend that's happening in the video game industry now, because there's just more money, and at the cost of us is really what it comes down to. And that stems into other topics as far as physical media, getting rid of that because that's just more money, and it's just a real shame. But hopefully, I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, hope this guy comes in and has a brain cell that still functions and can get this back on track to the point to where, a Square Enix title comes out and it's not some sort of bullshit with it as far as even the company bashing it or the game's just shit in general. Hopefully you can just get back on track and listen to us. Listen to what we have to say. What we want will sell. I mean, that's pretty obvious. But And if you want to compete with the Call of Duty, maybe try releasing the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Maybe you'll get close to the numbers of Call of Duty. I'm pretty sure you will. But anyways, that's my first video, guys. My first video response to Alpha Omega Sin's video. I'll leave a link in the description to go check his video out. And be sure to stay tuned for more videos. And thanks for watching.